What's up, everybody? Welcome to a updated music collection video. Yes, I think I did the music collection video last year, and I figured, you know what, just like my movie collection, why not just update it every year? So yeah, even though I didn't do it in the beginning of the year, I think I tried to, but uh, I think I talked too much throughout it, so the video was really long, so I didn't do it. But that's why in this one I'm just gonna try to run through it the best I can, not talk too much about each artist, maybe just a brief thing, whether I think they're awesome or not. But yeah, and plus I got my next video after this will be my 4-part series of my top 100 my top 100 favorite music artists list. So look forward to those. Those will be out. The first two parts will be Wednesday and Saturday, next Wednesday and Saturday, and then 3 and 4 will be the Wednesday and Saturday after that. So yeah, look out for that if you want some more music opinions and whatnot. But in this one, I'm just going to show off my collection, just what I have. Not going to talk too much about it. If I feel like I have to, I will a little bit. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with the vinyl. Then we'll get to the CDs because I have a lot more CDs than vinyl, and the vinyl collection, I believe, is exactly the same as last year because I didn't get any new ones. Because vinyl is pretty expensive and I don't have a record store in my town anymore. I did at one point. I don't now. So yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Start with the 45s. This is a 45 of the song Brass Buttons, the original by Graham Parsons, and a cover by the Lemonheads. Then we got, in this custom-made case from my brother, we have a 45 of the Rolling Stones, which is my favorite band. Spoilers for the top 100 list. But yeah. We got on the A side Ruby Tuesday, and on the B side is Let's Spend the Night Together. Really awesome thing to have, especially for a Stones fan such as myself. So yeah. And then the last 45 we have is Tears for Fears Shout. Yeah. I need to get songs for the big chair, but I just have that right now. Okay. Now let's get started with the records. All right. B-52's Wild Planet. The Black Keys Rubber Factory. I think I have a Black Keys CD as well, but I'm not a big Black Keys fan, but I got a little bit. They're okay. David Bowie, Changes One Bowie, just like a compilation. The Clash Combat Rock. I think that's the only Clash I have in my collection, actually. I don't have any on CD. I need to get some. The Cure, Three Imaginary Boys. This isn't music, this is a comedy record, but Rodney Dangerfield, No Respect. I love Rodney Dangerfield. Devo's self-titled, or not self-titled, but Devo's debut, Are We Not Men, We Are Devo. I love this album so much, and I even have it on CD. We'll get to that later. And also got Devo's Freedom of Choice. Is that the name? Yeah, Freedom of Choice. Let's just make sure that was the name of the album. Donovan, Sunshine Superman. The only Doors album I have on record, Full Circle, which was one of the two albums they made without Jim Morrison after he died. Yeah. I got a little bit more on CD, but that's the only Doors I have on record. My favorite album of all time, Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures, masterpiece, and it sounds amazing on vinyl. Yeah. A couple Pixies, Bossa Nova, and Indie Cindy, which was the first record I ever got. actually. Iggy Pop, blah, blah, blah. I think that's it. No, I have another Iggy Pop on CD. I forgot. But I don't have any Stooges, unfortunately. I know, I need to get some. Django Reinhardt, Djangology. More Rolling Stones. What's this? Is this Beggar's Banquet? Beggar's Banquet. And also, what's this one called? Emotional Rescue. Yeah. Smashing Pumpkins' debut album, Gish. Sonic Youth's self-titled debut EP. Stray Cats, Built for Speed. I haven't even heard this one yet. Velvet Underground, White Light, White Heat. One of my second favorite band of all time, Ween, White Pepper. And now we got a few soundtracks. Easy Rider. The Graduate, which is mostly Simon and Garfunkel. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Pulp Fiction. And this one, Cade got me this for Christmas a couple years ago. My cousin from the Your Cousins Are Critics podcast. Have you seen those? This is I guess either a single or an EP. I think it's a single, but it's Debut by EU, which was in the Spike Lee joint School Days. Yeah. All right. So that's all the vinyl. Now we'll get to the CD. So let me pause this so I can get those. Be right back. All right. First band we have for the CDs is AC/DC, High Voltage. Let There Be Rock. And Highway to Hell. Ace of Base, The Bridge. Alice in Chains, Facelift. Dirt, my favorite. Self-Titled. Black Gives Way to Blue. And The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here. Arcade Fire, The Suburbs, my favorite by them. And this one's Reflector. Yeah, love Arcade Fire. Tori Amos, Little Earthquakes. The Crucify EP. This one I said the name of this one wrong in the last CD collection video, or music collection video. But this is Boys for Pelly, I think is how you say it. I heard someone call it Boys for Pelly, so I called it Boys for Peel before, but that's because I don't know how to spell. But yeah, Boys for Pelly. I think this one might be my favorite right now, or maybe Little Earthquakes. I'm not sure, but that was my first Tori Amos. Also got from the Choir Girl Hotel, I think is how you say that. Strange Little Girls, which I did a review for this album back when I did album reviews. This was one of them. All covers too. Scarlet's Walk. And this is the last one, right? Yeah. And The Beekeeper. I don't know why, but Tori Amos CDs are really easy to find here in Oklahoma. I don't know why, especially like used. If you go to like stores that have used CDs in Oklahoma, usually you can find some Tori Amos. So, and I love Tori Amos, so yeah, why not? That's why I have so many. All right, the band Icon, and also got the Beach Boys Icon. Some BC Boys with License to Ill. My personal favorite, Paul's Boutique. Some Old Bullshit. Hello Nasty. And Hot Sauce Community Part 2. I know I need to get Check Your Head and Ill Communication and what else am I missing? What's that one called? The Mix Up, I think, and the Three Boroughs. Yeah, I would like to get the Sounds of Silence too, or Science, Sounds of Science, that anthology. That one's pretty cool. All right, some Beatles with Rubber Soul, and this is like the North American release with like a couple songs missing, like Drive My Car is one of them, but yeah. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, if you want the full title. Abbey Road, and Let It Be. I need to get the White Album. I'll probably get maybe all of them or almost all of the Beatles, but yeah. Some Beck, my favorite, Mellow Gold. The single to my favorite Beck song, Beer Can. Odelay. Let me fix these real quick because they're about to fall. All right. What's this one? Mutations. Midnight Vultures. Sea Change. Worro. Morning Face, which in my opinion is his best, second favorite after Mellow Gold, but I do think this is his best album. And also this broadcast archive too. Yeah, got a lot of Beck. There's still a couple I'm missing, but yeah. Pat Benatar's Greatest Hits. Chuck Berry, Rock and Roll Music. Some Bjork with... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, these were out of order. Okay. Debut. Post. And Homogenic. Those are actually the only Bjork albums I've heard so far. I know, I need to hear Vespertine and... Well, all the others too, but yeah. Some Black Sabbath with their debut. I love this one. It's amazing. Self-titled, I should say. It's my favorite Black Sabbath album. Paranoid. Volume 4. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Sabotage. And their last album, 13. The Best of Blondie. I need to get more Blondie. The Best of Blue Oyster Cult. Don't Fear the Reaper. Blur, self-titled. Probably need to get some more Blur. Some David Bowie. His self-titled debut. First self-titled. Because his second album was also self-titled. But yeah, I got his debut album. I think much like was it Rubber Soul? I think this is also like a North American release or something, and there's a couple songs missing off of it as well from the original, but yeah. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, one of the greatest rock albums ever made. Yeah. Hours. And the Next Day, I just recently got this one. Yeah. And I also have this. This is some more Iggy as well as Bowie, but another broadcast archives of Iggy and Bowie. The Breeders, Pod. Last Splash, their best album. And Title TK. James Brown, 70s funk classics. Butthole Surfers, Electric Larry Land. Cake Comfort Eagle. And what's this one called? Pressure Chef. And I need to get, maybe all of them, but I especially need to get Fashion Nugget. That's their best. The Legend of Johnny Cash. Concrete Blonde Bloodletting. The Cure, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Here's the Love Song single. And Staring at the Sea, the singles. And also Show, a live Cure album. Cypress Hill, self-titled debut. Need to get Black Sunday. Maybe there are others as well. Miles Davis. I don't even listen to Miles Davis that much, but I have some. This is a original album series with Tutu, music from Siesta, Amandala, that's the name of it, yeah. Dingo selections from the motion picture soundtrack, and Doo-Bop. Changes, the 1955 sessions. And Tokyo in 1973. I think out of all of these, this is the only one I've listened to. Yeah. Death Grips, The Money Store. Love Death Grips, my favorite rap group. Unless if you count the Beastie Boys, but I count them more as a rock band. So yeah, Death Grips are my favorite rap group. Deftones, their debut, Adrenaline. B-sides of Rarities. And Diamond Eyes. Yeah, I need to get more Deftones, I know. Don't have White Pony or Around the Fur. I need to get those. Descendants, I Don't Want to Grow Up. And Everything Sucks. Need to get, what's that one? Milo Goes to College. Here's Are We Not Men, We Are Devo again on CD. And I also have this double feature, double thing. Has two albums, Duty Now for the Future, and New Traditionalists, I guess. Traditionalists, yeah, whatever. Dinosaur Jr. Without a Sound. The Doors self-titled debut. My favorite Doors album, Morrison Hotel. And the singles, which is a really cool compilation because it has the single and the B-side to all their singles, including the ones they did without Morrison after he died. So it's a pretty cool compilation to have, especially if you're a Doors fan. Yeah, and I don't know when this came out. Oh, 2017 is when it came out. And I found it at Walmart, and I was like, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. So, yeah. The only Bob Dylan I have, Blonde on Blonde, really weird album, but I like it. Electric Light Orchestra, All Over the World, the very best of Electric Light Orchestra. Love ELO, amazing band. The only Everclear I have, their debut, World of Noise, awesome, very awesome, underrated debut album. The only Eminem I have, the Slim Shady LP. Perry Farrell Rev, don't have any Jane's Addiction or Porno for Pyros, so I have this compilation that has Jane's Addiction and Porno for Pyros, so there we go. Feel Sunburn. Cade got me into this a long time ago, when we were kids. Fugazi, first demo. Gorilla self-titled debut. Demon Days, which I think is my favorite. Although Plastic Beach is good too. I don't have that one, unfortunately. But I do have the Now Now. Um, the Essentials, Tommy James and the Shondells. My band actually does a cover of I Think We're Alone Now, so I had to get this one. Daniel Johnston, my favorite singer-songwriter, Yip Jump Music. The only Daniel Johnston I have, but it's a great album, though. Green Jelly, Serial Killer soundtrack. Now, let me talk about this band for a minute. So Green Jelly apparently is, in May, I believe, is actually coming to my town. And a cousin of mine, his band is apparently going to open for Green Jelly. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm so ready for that. I hope it's great. That'll be awesome if I get to meet the dude too. What's his name? Bill Manspeaker. I'm thinking whether or not I should bring this so maybe he could autograph it. I don't know, but either way, that's going to be an awesome experience. So yeah, but yeah. The only Helmet album I own, but in my opinion, their best, Betty. Very underrated 90s rock album. And the only Jimi Hendrix I have, the Jimi Hendrix Experience BBC sessions. I need to actually get his albums. I know. This is a band you probably never heard of, but they're called Holy Cow, and the name of the album is Purge. They're industrial rock, if of what I remember. Kind of like Ministry meets Swans, I think. It's pretty cool. Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze. Yeah. Jefferson Airplane, Sweeping Up the Spotlights, live at the Fillmore East, 1969. Jimmy's Chicken Shack, Pushing the Salamanula Envelope. That might be a band you never heard of. They were late 90s, early 2000s new metal band. Yeah, that album's pretty cool. Very underrated band, the John Spencer Blues Explosion, Year One, just a compilation, and another compilation, Dirty Shirk Rock and Roll, the first 10 years. Awesome band. The Essential Judas Priest. Got some Korn, their self-titled debut, their best in my opinion. See You on the Other Side. And MTV Unplugged. I need to get some more Korn. Led Zeppelin self-titled debut, as well as Led Zeppelin 2, and Presence. Not a big Led Zeppelin fan, if I'm going to be honest. I might get some more, though, just for the hell of it. John Lennon Icon. Living Colour, Time's Up, a band I saw live. They were amazing. The Lumineers, Cleopatra. I think I've heard this once or twice, but I remember kind of liking it. Mamas and the Papas, or I should say the best of the Mamas and the Papas. Marcy Playground, self-titled debut. Yes, the diabolical Biz Markie. The Biz never sleeps. Rest in peace to that man. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Legend. Alright, some Melvins, one of my favorite bands. Got Lysol. My favorite album of theirs, Houdini, and one of my all-time favorite albums. Stoner Witch. Bases Loaded. And Pincus Abortion Technician, this is a limited edition of the album that I got at one of their shows. I got to see them back in 2018 on my 20th birthday. And this was handmade by Buzz Osborne's wife and was even signed by Buzz Osborne himself. And I got to meet Jeff Pincus, who was playing with the Melvins that day. That was awesome. Men at Work, Cargo. Got some handful of Metallica, Kill 'Em All. Ride the Lightning. Master of Puppets. What's this one? The 598 EP Garage Days Revisited. And Justice for All. And the Black Album. I don't have any others. I usually have Load and Reload. I didn't really like those very much, though. I think of any other Metallica, I might get Saint Anger. I know everybody hates that album. I actually like that album. But I might get that one, but I don't know if I'll get any more Metallica. I don't know. Ministry, Filth Pig. Band I do need to get some albums of. I just have this EP. This Modest Mouse, Night on the Sun. Willie Nelson, Red-Headed Stranger. I think Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash are the only country I own. This is kind of an oddball to have just because it's the only album that I have from this band right now. But Nine Inch Nails, Bad Witch. I'll probably at least get the Downward Spiral and maybe Pretty Hate Machine. I don't know if I'll get anything else by them. I'm not the biggest Nine Inch Nails fan. I do respect Trent Reznor as a musician. I love him as a film composer with him and Atticus Ross. But other than that, I'm not like a big Nine Inch Nails fan. All right, and now one of the posters behind me, Nirvana. We got some Nirvana now. Bleach. Nevermind. Sorry about the quality. Incesticide. In Utero, my favorite. MTV Unplugged in New York. Live at Reading. And these are just like some cheap compilations that my mom got me from a catalog of like some of those broadcast archives came from those. This is Christmas in Seattle, 1988. And I'm not going to pronounce that word, but this one, Hollywood, 1990. Yeah. And, oh, wait. I also have, with the Lights Out box set. Awesome thing to own if you're a Nirvana fan. And so is this as well, although I kind of want to get the deluxe edition, but it's probably expensive as hell. I've heard it, though, on YouTube. But this is Kurt Cobain Montage of Heck. I didn't put it in as like a separate thing. I just put it in with the Nirvana stuff. But Montage of Heck, the home recordings. Really weird stuff, but the deluxe edition's even weirder. There's some weirder stuff on here, but it's pretty cool to own, though. No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom. The Offspring, Americana. Roy Orbison, what's this? The Momentum Singles, A-Sides, 1960 to 1964. I got this because In Dreams is on here, and I love that song. Even though it was used pretty disturbingly in the movie Blue Velvet, but still, I still love that song. And the Best of Parliament. All right, that's I'm gonna get some more. That was all from one shelf. Now I gotta get the rest. So, all right, be right back. All right, let's finish this. Still got a lot more, but yeah. Pavement, Slanted and Enchanted. Some Pearl Jam, 10. Don't have the cover because I used to have it as a poster, and I think I ripped it by accident whenever I moved, so yeah. Versus. And my personal favorite, Vitology. I'm not a big Pearl Jam fan. Those are the only 3 I think I've ever listened to. But, yeah. The only Pink Floyd I have is The Wall. I'll probably get more, though. The Pixies, Doolittle, My second favorite album of all time after Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. Trompe la Mon. And I also have my least favorite Pixies album, Head Carrier. Yeah. Iggy Pop, Lust for Life. The Presidents of the United States of America, self-titled debut. Hold on. Okay, I was just trying to get rid of a pop-up on my laptop. The Essential Elvis Presley. I never thought I would have Elvis in my collection, but after hearing Suspicious Minds, I was like, yeah, I need to get this. I love Suspicious Minds, my favorite Elvis song. Some Primus. Frizzle Fry. Tales from the Punch Bowl. And Animals Should Not Try to Act Like People, which is an EP that comes with a DVD, and the DVD is amazing. As all their music videos from the 90s to all the music videos from the 90s and some other cool live performances and whatnot. I watched it not that long ago, and yeah, it's great. I know I also need to get Sailing Seas of Cheese is actually my favorite Primus album. I don't own it though, unfortunately. I need to. I also need to get Pork Soda. I'll probably get all the Primus because I love Primus, but yeah. Queens of the Stone Age, self-titled debut, and Rated R. The only two I own by them. I need to get, all of them, but especially Songs for the Deaf. I need to get some more Radiohead, but I do have these. Hell to the Thief? Yeah, Hell to the Thief. And The King of Limbs as well. Rage Against the Machine, self-titled debut. And The Battle of Los Angeles. The Ramones, self-titled debut. Road to Ruin. And the Broadcast Archive. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. And my personal favorite, One Hot Minute. Yeah, only two I own by them right now. I don't like the albums that came after One Hot Minute, but I will probably get the ones before Blood Sugar Sex Magic. But yeah, after One Hot Minute, I just lost interest for the most part. A few good songs here and there after that, but yeah, not a fan after that album. Lou Reed, Transformer. And also have an original album series of Lou Reed with New York, New York, Songs for Drella, which was a album he did with John Cale from the Velvet Underground, Magic and Loss, Set the Twilight Reeling, and Ecstasy. And I do have some more Velvet Underground coming up. I had White Light, White Heat on vinyl, but I got some more coming very soon. REM, Reconstruction of the Fables, or Fables of the Reconstruction, either way. Yeah, it kind of has two titles, but yeah. Life's Rich Pageant. Document. Yeah. Out of Time. And my personal favorite, Monster. I think maybe all of their albums. I think after Monster, I'm not big into, with the exception of one song on New Adventures in Hi-Fi called Leave. That song is amazing, and I think it's my favorite REM song right now. But yeah. I've also forgot. I also have a live album that comes with the DVD of that same show. And I don't think I listened to the CD. There's like 2 CDs and a DVD. I never listened to the CDs. I just watched the DVD. But yeah. The Residents. 80 Aching Orphans. This is basically like an anthology, I think. Like 4 disc and 80 songs, I think. It's called 80 Aiken Orphan. So yeah, Residents are a weird ass band, but I love them. The only Rolling Stones CD I have, but it does happen to be my favorite Rolling Stones album. That is Sticky Fingers, one of my maybe my third favorite album, possibly. Rush, The Spirit of Radio, Greatest Hits, 1974 to 1987. Probably need to get their albums, some of their albums, because I do like Rush, actually. Screaming Trees, Sweet Oblivion. Never Mind the Bollocks, here's the Sex Pistols. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. Some Smashing Pumpkins. Siamese Dream Deluxe Edition. Pisces Iscariot. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. And I also have the Tonight Tonight single. Elliott Smith, self-titled, not debut. This was actually his second album. But yeah, the only Elliott Smith I own. I do like Elliott Smith a lot, actually. Sonic Youth, Dirty, my favorite of theirs. And a compilation called Screaming Fields of Sonic Love. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. And Super Unknown. Space Hog, Resident Alien, underrated 90s album. I forgot I have this one. Stain, Dysfunction. Yeah, I like early Stain, and this is like their second album, I think. So, yeah. The Stone Roses, self-titled debut. Yeah, alright, here's some STP, Stone Temple Pilots, Purple, and Tiny Music. These, and maybe number 4 I might get, but I don't have Core anymore. I don't like that album. I'm sorry. I don't like Core with the exception of a couple songs, but I decided to get rid of Core, so I just have these two now. But these are the best two, in my opinion, by STP. Tiny Music's actually my favorite, but yeah. Okay, Sublime, self-titled, not debut, their last album. I need to get 40 Ounces of Freedom and Robbing the Hood. System of a Down, Toxicity, one of the greatest heavy metal albums ever made by, in my opinion, well, at least my favorite heavy metal band, if I'm going to be honest. And I also have, which the case is Hypnotize, but it's actually Mesmerize. I don't know why, but I got this from a flea market, and it had the wrong album in it. It had Mesmerize, not Hypnotize. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just get both of those albums if I find them. I'll probably get both of them, and I'll just get rid of this one. But, yeah. I think I heard this once or twice. I remember Cade gave me this. But this is Thesta, I guess is how you say them. Spaced Out by Thesta. This is from, I think, the 70s. Yeah, 1979. And it's jazz funk, I think. I remember it being pretty cool. I remember Cade said that he didn't like it. And then when I heard it, I'm like, really? This sounds like something you would like, because he loves jazz and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Toadie's Rubberneck, another underrated 90s album. Some Tool, Opiate, that's an EP. And my personal favorite, Anima or Enigma, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but Enigma, awesome album. A couple Van Halen, who got their self-titled debut. And Diver Down. I know, kind of a weird album, but yeah. I really like their cover, Pretty Woman, from Roy Orbison. It's actually maybe my favorite Van Halen song, if I'm going to be honest. Weezer self-titled debut, also known as the Blue Album. And I might get Pinkerton, but that might be it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Weezer after... Well, Pinkerton's okay, but I personally, I just kind of just like the Blue Album. Yeah. Tom Waits, Mew... okay, sorry. The camera was like glitching out. But Mule Variations. Yeah, Tom Waits. I actually got this before I got into Tom Waits, and now I'm actually a big fan of Tom Waits, and yeah, I need to get more of his albums. I definitely need to get what was it, Banana Fish Bones, or no, that's The Cure. Swordfish Trombones, that's the name of it, and also Rain Dogs. I need to get those albums. All right, and now some Ween on CD. Got The Pod, 12 Golden Country Greats, and The Mollusk. Stevie Wonder, The Definitive Collection. The Velvet Underground, Loaded. And I also have Squeeze, which is not really a Velvet Underground album. I was actually really surprised to find this, but since I found it, I was like, alright. I don't think it's actually a bad album. It's just not the Velvet Underground. It's just Doug Yule. That's all it is, but it's okay. It is the worst Velvet Underground album if you count that, but yeah. I also have a compilation, Gold, Grace Hits, 2 discs, basically. And I also have this. This is a New York Rehearsal 1966. Pretty cool to have. Don't have the first album or the third self-titled. Need to get those, yeah. Alright, I have all the White Stripes albums. Got their self-titled debut. Hold on for a second. Is it? I think I messed up the order here. Okay. Anyways, self-titled debut. De-Style, I think is how you say this one. De-Style. White Blood Cells. Elephant. Get Behind Me, Satan. And Icky Thump. And this is actually the oldest CD I have. I've had this CD, yeah. I don't know if it was my very first CD ever, but it's the oldest I have. It's the one I've had the longest ever since I was a kid. I was like 9 whenever I got this. So, yeah. Pretty awesome. Also got Jack White's debut, Blunderbuss. And this is an interesting compilation. It's Jack White acoustic recordings. I think the first disc is all White Stripes, and then second disc is some of his solo, and I think a couple Rockaturas as well. Maybe some Dead Weather, I don't know, but it's a pretty cool compilation to have. White Zombie, what's this called? Le Sex Rasisto, Devil Music Volume 1. The Who, Who's Next? Got a few Neil Young. Got his self-titled debut. My personal favorite, everybody knows this is Nowhere. After the Gold Rush. Harvest. American Bars and Stars. Old Ways. Yeah. Harvest Moon. And Mirrorball, the album he did with Pearl Jam, which is another underrated 90s album, in my opinion. Yeah, as you can tell, I love Neil Young. He's one of my favorite solo artists, and he's also my inspiration for my sideburns. Although now my sideburns are looking more like Lemmy from Motorhead, but yeah, when I first had sideburns, it was because of him. So yeah. The only Frank Zappa I own, I'm not gonna pronounce the name of this because I don't know, but I think it's just like a live album. But yeah. White Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe. Or, wait, did I say White Zombie? Rob Zombie. My mistake. And we also have The Last Artist, ZZ Top. Tres Hombres. And I can never pronounce the name of this one, but yeah, that album. Yeah. Okay. Alright, and that's all the individual artists, but now we have quite a bit of compilations and soundtracks. And then we're done. So, alright, let's go ahead and get all this out of the way. The Awesome Surfing album. We got like some Beach Boys and Jan and Dean and The Ventures. Yeah, I like surf music. Chef Aid, the South Park album. If you're a South Park fan, you need to get this CD. Yeah. The Crow soundtrack. Awesome 90s soundtrack with The Cure and STP, Nine Inch Nails, Rage Against the Machine, Violent Femmes, Rollins Band, Helmet, Pantera. Yeah. Great stuff. And I also have, even though I never seen the actual movie, but I do have the soundtrack to the sequel, and there's some good stuff on here as well. Hole, White Zombie, Filter, PJ Harvey, Bush, Korn, Toadies, Deftones, Iggy. Yeah. A DGC Rarities Volume 1. Some cool artists on here. Nirvana, Weezer, Hole, Beck, Sonic Youth. And the Dumb and Dumber soundtrack. I don't actually own the movie, unfortunately, but I do have the soundtrack. ECW Extreme Music. Pretty cool if you're a wrestling fan. Yeah. The Juno soundtrack. It's a great one. I've never seen the movie, but I do have the Kids soundtrack. I think I got this because of Daniel Johnston is on here, but also some Folk Implosion. Yeah. Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack. Rise Above. 24 Black Flag songs to benefit the West Memphis 3. And it's funny because I don't have any Black Flag, but I do have this, which is Henry Rollins' band with a bunch of guest vocalists. Too many to name. I'm not even going to mention who they are, but there's a shitload of guests on here. Also got the Taxi Driver soundtrack, which the cover is not there because I have it as a poster up here. I'm not going to show it, but yeah. It was a poster, so I took it out. But yeah, the Taxi Driver soundtrack. I was so happy when I found this one because Taxi Driver is in my top 3 favorite movies, in case you don't know. Also got the Trainspotting soundtrack. Honestly, my favorite soundtrack of all time. Iggy, Brian Eno, Primal Scream, New Order, Blur, Lou Reed's Perfect Day, of course, Pulp, and also Underworld's Born Slippy. I love that song. And a great movie as well, and yeah, I love the soundtrack. Here's a Ramones tribute album, We're a Happy Family, with Chili Peppers, Rob Zombie, Eddie Vedder, Metallica, U2, Kiss, Marilyn Manson, Garbage, Green Day, The Pretenders, Rancid, Offspring, Tom Waits. Yeah. And the last one I have, traditional Irish drinking music. Come on, it's got whiskey in the jar. It's got, I don't know if it's the original whiskey in the jar, but whiskey in the jar is on here, and also Finnegan's Wake. That's a good one as well. I'm part Irish myself, so I like Irish music. So yeah, Irish drinking song especially. Love it. Alright, there we go. Alright, a little bit under an hour. So yeah, that's my music collection. So I thank you guys very much for watching if you made it this far. So yeah, stay tuned for my part 4 series of my top 100 music artist list. That's gonna be fun. Maybe a pain in the ass to do. I don't know. We'll see. But it was kind of a pain in the ass to make, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. But I am pretty excited though to share with you my favorite music artists, my top 100. A lot of these bands that I've mentioned in this video will definitely be on there. And even like a few that I don't even own on physical media, I do like anyways. I do enjoy their music, so a couple surprises here and there. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, if you're interested in my musical tastes, check those out. First one will be up next Wednesday. Part one. So look out for those. All right. So please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the bell. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.